It's day 122 of showing what I'm doing to make everybody I work with $1 million in the last 6 months of this year. Now, I'm at like 33K, I think, right now, or 34, maybe 35. Let's say 35, whatever. That means I would have to, in the last month of the year, probably end up doing about 960,000 because, of course, we still have a few days left. 960,000 in the last month. Of course, I'm going to try for it. I'm going to go for it, which is better rhetoric. However, we'll see what happens. I've been contemplating, what am I going to do if I don't reach that? Now, I almost don't even want to think about that or make a clear decision because it hasn't even happened yet. Because if I say that, then it's like, oh, that's an option. So instead, I am not going to make a definitive decision until I get to that point, because no matter how impossible it seems, I always operate from the belief, and I push myself to do so, that no matter the circumstances, at least go for what you say you're going to go for. And if it doesn't happen, then figure it out. Don't have some plan B, maybe this, maybe that, whatever. Go all in on the target. Stay aware of what you're doing and what you might be doing, which is not exactly impacting or having a high impact on the progress towards that target. And either eliminate that or be okay with, for now, sacrificing that. Like recently, as I mentioned in the last video, I've noticed myself just simply not prioritizing work. Instead, it's working out or playing basketball. Like, I wanted to add to that intro and stuff I do along the way. So it's what I'm doing to make everybody I work with $1 million in the last 6 months of the year, and stuff I do along the way, because like me playing basketball, it's for sure impacting my energy level, making things more enjoyable, allowing me to push myself a little harder. Same thing with, lifting is also, muscle building, and of course basketball is good for you, cardio and other forces that you're emitting and whatnot. But the point is obviously do those things and doing them to the extent that I do, plus eating and going all in on other goals, at some level diminishes my focus on another target. And currently I've realized that I don't have the skills, and this isn't me saying, this isn't a limiting belief, it's just like, I need to get better. That's it. I mean, it's not like, I can't never do this. No, it's, I need to get better, because I need to get better at being able to balance different things without catching myself in distraction, whether it's on my phone or doing something else or talking to somebody else, letting conversations go too long, getting caught up in the stress or the overwhelm of the moment, while being able to go from thing to thing while all being present throughout the way. And that's just something I need to get better at. And I actually really like these videos, because not only is it's really cool to post and be able to look back on, but it's also in the moment. Because what I've noticed, especially for myself, is when I consistently am able to talk and verbalize issues, come up with solutions, implement solutions, and watch back on these things, which is also something I'm going to start doing a little bit more, because I have been editing these, but I've been editing them quite quick, so not watching back through everything. I would like to watch back these things and see, how can I improve, and what am I saying? How can I actually implement this? So I want to declare right now that I am going to make a definitive effort to make a change. Even if it's one small improvement every day. There are so many habits in my mind, and I know I am actually skilled enough in my work, in terms of client work that I'm doing with clients. I also want to implement more coaching, because I don't really have any coaching clients anymore. It's majorly just a partnership or two that I've been bouncing back and forth with, right? I haven't been signing consistent coaching clients, and that's something I want to do, because I like coaching people. And although sure, I do some coaching in terms of like people on the team of people I'm working with, or with some clients here and there on some products, that some of my partnerships that I've done over the course of the years. or the year and a half, 2 years that I've been doing this specific thing. And I still want to coach some people and like have that design, because I think that's going to help me as well. It's not going to be a major focus because, to be honest, right now, just based on the position I'm in, money I have, following I have, and everything else, that's not going to be a highest leverage thing. Like, highest leverage thing is actually me just developing the right soft skills so that way I can get into a flow state within my work, because I have some of the hardest skills to be able to get to the point, honestly, in my opinion, of helping somebody make 30, 40, 50K a month, no problem. Because I've seen it, like with one guy I'm working with, we went from, I don't know, it was like, I don't know what it was before, but it was like 10 to 11 to 13 or 14 or something, maybe 15 this month. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Another guy, before he only made a couple $100s, then it was $1,500, then it was $3,300. And so it's like that there's clear progress there. Another guy, nothing, unprofitable, to 5,000 to 5,500. Another guy, it was 0 or 500 a month to 2K to 3K to 5 to 8. Point being is I have the skills. I just need to be able to commit myself and do what I was just talking about earlier. So that was a lot of yapping, but I am going to watch back over some of, I recorded myself playing basketball. I'm just gonna cut it up, make it look like I'm making more shots than I am, and add that right after. No, you would have already seen that. Yeah, because it's gonna have been before this, and then yeah, so it's gonna have been before this because, you know, montage of the day or whatever. Anyways, and then I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna work for a few hours. So, hey, and if you're watching this, and I have a question. Should I start waking up early? Because right now I usually work out around 1 to 2, 3, like ish, 2 to 3. Let's call it 2 to 3. That's like when I'm leaving, or it depends on the day, but let's just say like we're normally start working out around 2 to 3. Ideally waking up at like 10 to 11. I've been kind of doing that, but then waking up maybe a little later at like 12 or 1, maybe missing a call here and there, or being late, or not getting as much work done as I can. If you are watching this and you have an opinion and you care enough, comment and let me know if I should start waking up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., and then going to sleep at like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Because I would like to challenge myself to do that. And honestly, once I really get into that flow, I can do it right. But it is a challenge, I've noticed, because then I have to go to sleep at that time. And anyways, point being, should I do that? Comment. I'm even gonna ask that in the comments too here. So, because that's something I'm contemplating on. So I'm gonna think about that also over the weekend. Should I just wake up 3 a.m., quickly morning routine, actually a good morning routine too, because I know what a good morning routine, good nighttime routine looks like, because I've done it before. Like, if you look back on my channel, I have done this sort of series, but it was like a 30-day thing, right? So it was a week by week thing though. It was like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, etc. And then another day or two, and then it was boom, 30 days, and it was called How I Reset My Brain for Success in 30 Days. And to be fair, I actually developed some pretty good habits. But that was over 2 years ago. I think that was 2.5 years ago at this point. And since then, there's a lot of things that have changed, and my habits have also changed. So I could definitely get a little bit better at some of these things. So I might start integrating some of these things, because the problem is like, oh, I do agree that you do not need to do like a cold shower and a crazy morning routine, crazy nighttime routine, and some other things to be successful. However, you need to do what's going to make you grounded and what's going to help you stay present and focus on the work. And there's just small things that I know if I do, it won't take me more than half an hour a day. I'll feel better, I will look better, I will perform better, and therefore I will get better results. Anyways, I'm going to quickly get to work and then drive home and then do some more work. So I did do a little more work when I got back. Made some content, followed up with some people, got potential times for a few meetings scheduled in, did some activities in a community, like an online community. Basically just engagement, like liking some posts and commenting and whatnot in a community of one of the guys I'm working with. And I've also been eating some food and chilling. I'm going to finish eating up my food. From there, get to sleep. And then tomorrow, going to be a big day. Why? Because every day is a big day. It's always an opportunity to grow. And like, it's conscious. Like, I am conscious of these facts. I think I'm using gaining weight and strength and improving in sports as a alibi for my lack of production. In other words, I haven't been too productive. So instead, as I was saying, I'm going to use specific improvements day by day, even if it's just like going to sleep a little earlier or on time or whatever that looks like, or it's doing this thing that I said I was going to do, or, being a little more efficient in this regard, right? And doing that, doing it well, and slowly improving. Because obviously I'm trying to balance multiple priorities, and if priorities means it comes prior to everything else, well, then it's possible for everything to come prior to everything else, because like, it just doesn't work. But you can time block, and you can 97%, 98%, 99% of the time make that not have to be an option, right? Make it so you don't have to make the decision, do I do this or do I do this? But it's if you time block your schedule, actually follow by it, but not only just actually follow by it, but actually do it right. Make sure you have the systems that are allowing you to do that. Make sure you're in the right mind space that allows you to do that. Make sure you have the right people and environment that allows you to do that. And really overall having that structure. Anyways, I'm going to get back to eating and then probably just get to sleep.